Guys, today we'll look into a scenario in which Iran and Iraq goes to war. And what starts this is Iran declares war on Iraq for whatever reason. Well, they push into the Kurdish region. Iraq, which is a very unstable country, is now at war. But somehow they managed to stabilize their country. Well, they do get help from an unexpected ally, Saudi Arabia. They get hindered by Syria and Lebanon. No. Israel, whose biggest enemy is Iran, joins the war, which leads to Palestine joining. Jordan joins. Turkey joins. Azerbaijan joins. Armenia joins. They flatten Armenia because why not? Palestine is flattened. Israel and Jordan start to push up. Turkey starts to push down. Iran takes over half of Iraq. Well, not a good sight. Well, they also managed to start to push into Turkey. And Armenia, which gets re-liberated. This is around where stalemates begin. Though fortunately they take out Azerbaijan. Yemen joins the war. On the side of Iran. And then the rest of the Middle East gets involved. Well, it's an Iran-Iraq war. Egypt joins Saudi Arabia's side, because why not? No, they just don't join the war. And Yemen, which is, I guess the most unstable nation, well, kind of false. But no, well. No, they have successfully took Oman. This is where a major change happens, where, well, Syria falls. Iran is kicked out of Turkey. Now the campaign slows a lot. Well, it's a stalemate. The world spins around and around. Neither side can make gains. Till Iran manages to push into Syria. They manage to push to here. And then they push down. They cut Turkey away from Syria. And they established Syria again. Pakistan joins Turkey's side. Actually, Pakistan does not join because, well, because they're not able to join, because if they join, well, India will get involved. So they push I ran out of Syria, but at a cost. Of Iraq losing more land, including Baghdad, and Turkey losing land. Well, the side with the most power would be, well, Iran has not as much power as both of these nations. Then they stabilize the map here. Iran looks kind of like a Persian cat. See, the head is on its paws. One paw, two, is two paws. That's another two. Its tail goes up. See, and they push back. In southern Iraq, well, they push up. And they manage to take this area. Well, they lose these lands in Syria. Push back into Saudi Arabia. Well, they encircle troops. They kind of stabilize it like this, while Saudi Arabia pushes behind it. And they push up here. Iraq and Kuwait falls as they push into here. But with success down there and in Syria. What happens when you have success in the south and west? Well, you have unsuccess up in the north as Turkey pushes in. Takes over Armenia and then takes back Azerbaijan. And to avoid getting cut off, getting supplies cut off, well, they both make an advance into the south. With them being, well, stuck here. Israeli forces push back. Because Israeli forces can never be beaten. Well, we have America supporting that team, Russia supporting the red team, along with China. And this is where the fronts are sustained, with slow advances being made by the blue team. Which leads them to take a long time to get out of the south. And they manage to push up and slowly they push in. Well, they have a breakthrough here. Well, they manage to encircle forces. Also manage to encircle forces here. They eventually take the lands. And this is what the front lines look like. Jordan manages to push them back. But they are fighting a little slow campaign. Saudi Arabia is fully mobilized, so well, they get more gains in northern Saudi Arabia. And they push into Iraq again. They push into the Sunni lands, which a lot of success. And then cut Iraq in two. With Iran making gains in the northern area of Iran. Eventually pushing the Turks and Azeris out. No further. And Turkey pushes them from the north into Iraq. And they push up to encircle a big chunk of Iranian forces. Iraqi, Jordanian, and Turkish forces encircle the Syrian forces. Well, Syria follows along with a big lot of Iranian forces, and they push into here. They push around the mountains. But no further, as they find they're in a stalemate. Here. Well, Iran manages to push them to here. Well, Saudi Arabia pushes in the south. They start pushing up in Iraq. And they do this. Because, well, they're on Iraq's side. Because, well, and Iranian forces starve to death there. Just give up. Well, they managed to push into the Oil Rich region, but most of it. And they fight over this very hard. So it takes days. And they push like this. Iran withdraws, and with low amounts of oil, they are basically screwed. And then they push up towards the capital, but that one gets stalled out quickly. Well, they managed to take over southern lands, successfully actually. They push down the Persian Gulf, they make landings at the mouth of the Persian Gulf, the narrowest point. And they also make a naval blockade, starving out the Iranian Navy, which gives up. And they push in. And they push up. Which leads to a convoy of Turkish and Azeri forces pushing in across the lands. Well, they both meet up just east of Tehran, the capital. And, well, they surround it. Well, the refusive Iranian army, which is Iran, refuses to surrender. Which means they just get inched in until they're starved to death. Because no food is entering it. And they just fight like this. They can't make any pushes because they're starved. but they won't give up. And while they have no resources getting in, they just keep starving and starving and starving. And eventually, well, they just give up. The area here with another ethnicity different to much of Persia, the Persian area, declares independence. Well, this is not good for Iran. Well, where is Iran? Iran. Where were you? Iran. You ran? I ran. You ran. Okay, you ran. No, I ran. Yemen. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Iran fell. Oh, man. Iraq. Boom. Well, now, the Treaty of... Guess what is signed? The Treaty of Tehran is signed. Iraq just gets totally greedy and takes all this land because, well, why not? Turkey takes these lands. Azerbaijan takes these lands. Turkey takes these lands. Azerbaijan takes these lands. Iraq takes these lands. Israel takes those. Turkey takes these. Syria is made there again. Iran is now forced to pay reparations. Iraq probably gets invaded by America for oil again after this, but maybe. Can't guarantee that's going to happen. Well, these countries have signed it. The first treaty. Oh, Oman takes these lands, and Saudi Arabia takes the rest of Yemen. Yeah, man. Oh man, Yemen's dead. Yeah, man. Well, America informs its allies. And America and their Middle Eastern allies form a coalition. Who knew that would be how it ends? Well, America, after hearing there's more oil in Iraq, is like, yay! Oil! It's oil time! Oil time! Oil time! Oil time! Oil time! It's oil time. American forces. They've got already in like Kuwait. They land in the oil-rich region. They make an amphibious assault with just American forces using their allies' lands to get in. And within 2 months, well, they fall. And Jordan takes land, because why not? Kuwait takes land. They take land. America takes these lands. Then they make a Mesopotamian area. Well, I guess all that ends well, ends well. Well, it ended well. And who had the best ending? America. Because everywhere else now has bad economies. Except America. The real winner of the war is always going to be the Americans. Right, America? At least you know how to win. Without ruining your economy. And that's it for the video. Please like and subscribe. Wild Mapper out.